please welcome the guy who is the reason that we're all here tonight. Direct from Pittsmore, Mr. Peter J. Stringfellow.
Thanks, John. Thanks very much. Hi, guys, girls. I can't say women, can I? I mean, it's a girls' night tonight, isn't it, really? There's no women, there's no men, it's a boys' night, a girls' night. It's lovely. I'm absolutely amazed that anybody came, actually. Because, you know, when he said, we're doing this book, would you do a foreword? I said, yeah, sure, well, what do you want to talk about? So I wrote him about 1,500 pages and he put it down to a little bit in the front there. It's a nice photo, so I'm happy with it. And then he asked me to come up and said, would I come and say hello? I said, well, yeah, but I've seen the adverts. Starring Peter Stringfellow. Starring? Give me a break. What do I do? I once sang with Benny King at the Mojo, and I can't sing. I once played my mouth organ with Keith Rolfe of the old Yardbirds at the Blue Moon Club, and I can't play mouth organ. And one day Eric Clapton gave me his guitar whilst he walked, and he climbed into the roof of the Mojo. Don't ask me why. We didn't even have alcohol, remember, so hey, what do I know? But he wanted to go in the roof, he gave me the guitar, and I'm messing about with his guitar, and I can't play guitar. So I can't do anything except remember, like you're doing tonight, about the wonderful time we did have at the Black Cat, the Blue Moon, King Mojo, the Down Broadway, Penthouse. Was anybody at the Penthouse when the police raided it and arrested me? I got arrested. Unbelievable. Do you know the story of what happened and why I left Sheffield? I didn't leave Sheffield, I was asked to leave Sheffield by a guy called Sergeant Mundy. If you're still around, will you please say, Pete Stringfellow says, thank you very much. I appreciate that advice, for the best piece of advice anybody gave me. But he did suggest, why didn't I leave Sheffield, because I'm never going to get a license ever again. And that's only because the old Penthouse had 7 flights of stairs, and there was a capacity number of 242. I will always remember that, 242. And this Sergeant Mundy used to come in every Saturday and walk around upstairs with a clicker. And he'd come up to me and go, right, Mr. Stringfellow, how many people do you think you've got in here? I went, ooh, 241. I said, I've got 654. He did that for 5 bloody Saturdays on this, and it never varied from 600. And that's when I went for the license and it started doing a lot of coughing. Maybe Leeds would be better for you. And as you all know the story, I went, now let's go back to the old King Mojo, which a lot of you used to go to and remember. And for the young ones who are wondering what the fuss is all about, well, if you read this book, it's over there. By the way, I did a lot of signing for you this afternoon. A lot of those books are signed if you want them. They're only, what, 350 quid to sign ones? I'm on 100 quid a book, am I? I'm a businessman, I've got to think about something. Here he is, Dave Berry! If you're going to sing the first record together, me and you, I ain't getting away with that. Don't shout it at me, mate. I'm singing it with you, come on. No, I'm not, you're alright. All yours, Davey. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen. And the Olympian winner. You know I don't want much. Just wanna live it. Don't want it all now. Just wanna Having a good time? Is there a strong man in the house to open this? That's about one.
Claudia, Miss Claudia!
Oh, no. No, this is Tony took us on. It's not called High Even Sleeping. Some cat gonna start a fight.
with Dave Berry and Frank kicking around somewhere. They may join us on stage, who knows? But this is one of the numbers that kicked it all off, kicked off the modernist movement, so we're going to do this one for you.
Once more on vocals and keyboards, and the leader of the band, Mr. Joe White.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Steve.
Thank you.
may bring a couple of other friends on. We've got this book. This is all about the 60s. This is all about the 60s. And it's got everything in it. It's got all the secrets on Peter Stringfellow. What he did behind the bike sheds at the Mojo Club.
It's a good read if you want to know about the 60s. It's not just the
Fantastic.
what it was like, and the bomb buildings and the old...
Would you please welcome Neil Anderson and Dave Mandel.
He's a young guy, never been to the Mojo, and he lived in the place. Like a lot of you down there did. I said hello to quite a few tonight.
Neil, you must have been in nappies when Peter was running the Mojo. So how come you thought about doing a book on the 60s?
So I must admit, I do feel a bit of a throw actually. But I don't know, it was, I originally wrote a book on the 70s called Dirty Stockhouse Guide, and there's so many people interviewed, so you really want to talk about the 60s. That's when Sheffield really came alive, that's when all the bands started out, and Sheffield's kind of, I don't know, the real kind of music vibe really started around kind of nationally and kind of internationally. And the more I researched, I just got so jealous about an amazing kind of era it was. I'm kind of an 80s boy, and all we had was like the Cold War, unemployment. It was such a dour period, which was, to be honest, I would say was saved by the Human League and electro pop. But the 60s was just so much, you know, stuff like you got amazing, you know, the coffee bar scene. The fact you got these amazing clubs like Peter's King Mojo, the Esquire, and people weren't even drinking. There was no alcohol, it was full of teenagers, and you got acts that became the biggest names on the planet. And you obviously got, you know, these amazing Sheffield bands when we first started hitting the pop charts, like Jimmy Crawford and Dave Berry, like you'll hear tonight, and fantastic guitar legend Frank White. It's just such an amazing time. So I do feel a bit of a fraud that I didn't actually live through it, but you know.
I've forgotten until listening to him how good a time I had.
But I do have to
You're
thank
right, you're right.
I do have to thank the man on the end here, because he's been an absolute inspiration all through this project. You know, I think we all have to behest of Mr. Dave Manville, because if it wasn't for Dave Manville, it wouldn't have happened. You know, this man, he's just an absolute mine of information. And when I first said I was going to do this book, he just got said, yeah, let's do it. And every morning I used to get up, my inbox was absolutely full of anecdotes and files that you would have write about this. It was absolutely unbelievable. So, to be honest, I think we have to put our hands together for Mr. Dave Manville.
Well done.
Thank you, Neil. Neil was saying that above where we stood now, it was the Esquire. That was your biggest rival, Peter.
It was, in fact, this is only about the third time I've ever been in here. Terry Thornton, who owned it, hated me. He wouldn't let me in, because I got it worked out. The Esquire was pretty cool, he was very clever, and he used to book up some big names, and I'd think, right. And he said, if you ever play the Mojo, you don't play here again. So I used to send somebody down, go from 20 quid more, to come up to the Mojo, and so I got all the big names, and he wouldn't really book them anymore. Do anybody remember a German band called Pebbles, I think was their name? They were the German Beatles. And he started them here and built up a fantastic following. And then I snatched a lot, took it up to the Mojo, brilliant. But anyway, this isn't the real Esquire, the Esquire's up there somewhere. I didn't get him once, I can't remember why or how, I must have been in disguise. But that was a very special club as well. It was a kind of a Mojo, probably a bit cooler than us. We were red hot, we were cool, we were wild, we loved it, we jumped, we danced, we got all the bloody clothes that went with it. We just took all go down to the ready steady go in prison.
You still are?
Yeah, I'm glad you noticed that. Valentino, mate, that's all it is. Versace star.
You mentioned the Beatles, and of course, it's legendary that you put the Beatles on at the Azina Ballroom Dealers. I mean, that was quite a landmark.
Well, of course, Colin did it there. And Colin, I've always wanted to say to you, why did you put my name so small under the Beatles? The Beatles! I produced my Stringfellow brothers. It should have been Peter Stringfellow and Jeffrey Stringfellow presents the Beatles. Yeah, but it was very good. By the way, for my friends who've been asking tonight about Jeffrey, my brother, he's not very well, but he's still around, and I told him I was coming up here. I would love to have brought him, because he was part of that. He keeps seeing his photograph flash up there every so often. And there's another guy here who should also be on stage, Paul Norton. Paul's over there somewhere. Woo! Because Paul was responsible. Every so often you see a lot of the artwork coming up. Think about the Mojo, and David and his co-writer wrote a book about the artwork. You see that stuff up there, you see. There's Paul, and that's the flower power stuff that we put all over the Mojo, and he did all that. And we've had some fantastic artwork that he got involved with. So between Colin doing the posters and such as there's some young student girls did the pop art stuff. See that one there, King Mojo? That was kind of like pop art. That's why it's got that thing around the side of it. That's when the Who started. And I changed the whole image of the Mojo to fit in with that. And of course, he just followed everything I told him to do. Good old Colin. Who's the Who? Who? Who's who? Who? Just right, he Colin. The Who. Who what? He said. Who what? This the Who. But it was good times, and I'm sorry if I keep interrupting you there, John. But what this guy said on TV is right. He's from the 80s. We did have a wonderful time, and if I hadn't been there in the 60s, I'd be jealous of anybody who was, because we had it all in Sheffield. We didn't miss out on anything. Today, if you're not in London, you're not anywhere, that's what they say. But the Arctic Monkeys didn't believe that, did they? They did their own thing from here. And I've never met the boys, but if you don't, then give them my best wishes, looking bastards. It took us years to get up there. But I do like anything that Sheffield does. I watch you like guys, anything about Sheffield, I read, and I do pop up every so often. And it is a special place. But the 60s, where the majority you remember, will never come again. There'll be nothing like it. It's over for that kind of image and that kind of entertainment. Live, no internet, all down to records. Somebody asked me about the records, and I said, have you got any old records left from the Mojo Club? Do you remember behind me when I used to have my mother's gramophone thing here, which I converted into decks, and I nailed up all these records behind me? Do you remember that? When I stopped playing them, I nailed them on the back. When I see photographs, there's about 15 grand nailed up on the bloody wall. Oh my God, if I could only have that now. So whoever asked it, I've got nothing. Does anybody know anybody that's got or knows where the old Mojo speakers are? I left them in Sheffield in 1970 or something like that. But there's it was all painted in the psychedelic stuff, and if anybody knows, I'd love to buy them. I'm up for 20 quid if anything goes very hard. That's more than what they cost me, I'll tell you. If you can put the word around when I come off, I'd appreciate that.
Okay, thank you, Peter.
I told you not to get me up and give me a microphone. I told you, didn't I?
I know. Hopefully the batteries will run out soon.